and stay excited. The pilot for today's flight is Akansha. The co-pilot for today's flight is me, Manbir Kaur, and the cabin crew is Tarika. Over to you, Kansha.
Thank you, everyone.
Talk about we are going to land in Hungary. So before we start, where is the Hungary located? Does anyone know?
Ma'am,
And
Europe continent.
oh, that's amazing. And do you know what is the capital of Hungary?
Ma'am, Budapest.
Oh, amazing.
Budapest.
So yeah, so the Hungary is located at the center of the Europe by Dunabe. Capital is Budapest, and the government form is democracy. Next, moving on, the languages spoken in Hungary are Hungarian, but 10% of the population speak German as well. The official currency is euro. Let's talk about Budapest now. The eighth most populous country in Europe. There are three parts to the Budapest: Obuda, Buda, and Pest. Uh, this is the world city from the 20th century. There are many famous sites here, so let's take an adventure there. First, tourist attractions in Hungary. First would be Matthias Church, officially named as Church of Our Lady. It has been popularly named after King Matthias, who ordered the transformation of the original southern tower. The church was the scene of several coronations, including that of the Charles IV in 1960. Next is Saint Stephen's Basilica. Saint Stephen's Basilica is a Roman Catholic basilica in Budapest, Hungary. It is named in the honor of Stephen, the first king of Hungary. Next is National Theatre. The National Theatre is located in Budapest that was originally opened in 1837. The next would be Dom Square in Szezet. It is one of the largest squares in Hungary. The name Dom Ter is derived from the votive church of Szezet, which lies in the square. It was built in 1929 to 1932 with surrounding university buildings. The square is home to all. The square is also home to the medieval Domotor Tower. The next stop is the Castle of Esterhazy. The original building was a U-shaped hunting lodge with 22 rooms, which was built in 1720 on the basis of the Anton Edhard Martini's design, initiated by Joseph S. Hardy. Next stop is churches. So the first church would be Vostok Church of Szezet. The Vostok Church and Cathedral of Our Lady, Hungary, is a twin-spired church in Szezet. It lies on the dome side of the Domotor Tower. Construction began in 1932, but due to outbreak of First World War II, it wasn't completed till 1930. And on your left, you can see another church of Caesarema. It is also known as the Church of the Charisma, and the practitioners often call them as charismatic Christians or renewalists. The next church would be the Mosque of Pasha, named after the Rustam Pasha, who served as the Grand Vizier of the Ottoman Empire under the Sultan Suleiman I. It was designed by the Ottoman imperial architect Mizor Sinan and completed in 1563. Church of Somovyomos. Somovyomos is Somogi country in Hungary. And the next stop is castles. First would be Castle of Kozek. It is also known as Juricic's Castle, named after the Croatian nobleman Nikola Juricic. The next would be Castle of Somoski. The castle was built by the Cossack stem following the Mongol invasion. Next is Castle of Sumek. Built in the late or mid 13th century by Bela IV of Hungary, Sumek Castle is situated atop of the mountain called Castle Hill, 20 miles to the north of Lake Balton. During its existence, it has been expanded several times. Castle of Veszprém. Veszprém is built on 7 hills and the castle, which dates back to 10th century. And the castle dates back to 10th and 11th century, stands on one castle. Now let's talk about culture. The culture of Hungary is the culture of Hungary is strong. It's like folk tradition, and it has its own distinctive style, influenced by the various ethnic groups,
Its name
including
again.
Roma people. Yes.
Can you tell what is it? This country's name?
Pardon?
Pardon.
Hungary. Hungary. The name of this country is Hungary.
Now what is the spelling?
HUN.
G A I.
Y.
Ma'am, the name of this country, is it Hungary or Hungary?
Hungary.
Okay. It means like I'm hungry, so thinking to go to Hungary.
No, those are two different things. Hungary is khana khana.
Miss,
This
what's
is
the capital of Hungary?
Pardon?
Like we're going.
What's the
Hungry
capital
and
of
we are going to
Hungary?
Hungary to eat something. Look, here's a different of Hungary. Now here is an A of the place Hungary. But when we are hungry, it is no A.
Yes, exactly, correct. Okay, like any other questions?
Yes, miss. What's the capital of Hungary?
It's Budapest.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on to the
Thank you, sir.
Capital of Europe.
Ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
In the end of class, can I tell you some facts about Hungary?
Sure. We will. We'll discuss all the facts that you want to. So should I move on to the culture of Hungary? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. The rich culture of Hungary is strong in folk tradition and has its own distinctive style, influenced by the various ethnic groups, including the Roma people. Music of all kinds, from classical folk, is an important part of everyday lifestyle, as is the country's rich literary heritage, crafts such as ceramic and embroidery. Next, moving on to the airlines of the Hungary. So there are two most important airlines of Hungary. The first would be Wizz Air, and the second is ASL Airlines. So Wizz Air is a low-cost airline with its head office in the Budapest. The airline is in many cities across Europe, as well as some destinations in the North Africa and in the Middle East. ASL Airlines. ASL is the cargo-based airline in Budapest Litz Frank International Airport. That's it, and thank you for your patience. Now we'll watch some few videos.
Ma'am, there is no voice. There's no audio.
Ma'am, it's not clear and it's.
Ma'am, the voice is not audible.
4.9 of GDP on education.
Yes, that's why their education rate is 99%.
Yes. Ma'am, and fact number 3 is Hungary Indians won gold medals at every Summer Olympics except 1920 and 1984 when they did not compete.
Yes. So
Everyone
everyone on mute.
Rubik invented Rubik's square.
Who invented?
Don't Rubik.
Right.
Rubik's cube.
Right.
Name of the king of Hungary.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, the king of Hungary's name is Magyar Kirali.
Right. Okay, now let's watch this video. Then we will discuss on some other facts. Okay. Please, everyone on mute.
Okay. Madam, the sound is not clear.
Yes, just give us 1 minute. We are fixing the problem, okay?
Budapest is the capital and largest city of Hungary. It is also one of the largest cities in the European Union. The Budapest metropolitan
Fiona, please unmute yourself.
You have to be unmuted.
Ma'am has mute. Put us on mute.
Ma'am, we can't hear the sound of the video.
You have to be unmuted.
Budapest is the capital and largest city of Hungary. It is also one of the largest cities in the European Union. The Budapest metropolitan area is Budapest became a single city occupying both banks of the river Danube, with the unification of Buda and Óbuda on the west bank, with Pest on the east bank on the 17th of November 1873. Despite only having a national population of 10 million people, Hungary ranks 8th in both gold and total medal count at the Summer Olympics. This places Hungary in second for the most Summer Olympic gold medals per capita at just under 60,000 people per gold medal. Since 1981, Hungary has seen a decrease in population year by year. The disparity between births and deaths have been stable around -30 to 40,000 for the last 20 plus years. However, things are looking good as many people are migrating into Hungary and the population decline is slowing. Hungary's current borders were first established by the Treaty of Trianon in 1920 after World War I, when the country lost 71% of its territory, 58% of its population, and 32% of ethnic Hungarians. Hungary is a popular tourist destination, attracting more than 10 million tourists every year. It is home to the largest thermal water cave system and the second largest thermal lake in the world, Lake Havers, the largest lake in Central Europe, Lake Balaton, and the largest natural grasslands in Europe, the Hortobágy National Park. Hungary's main industries are mining, metallurgy, construction materials, processed foods, textiles, chemicals, and motor vehicles. Hungary's main agricultural products are wheat, corn, sunflower seeds, potatoes, sugar beets, pigs, cattle, poultry, and dairy products. Hungary has had 12 Nobel Prize winners in 4 of the 5 Nobel Prize fields: chemistry, literature, physics, and physiology or medicine. Hungary even had a recipient of the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences, which was established by Sweden's central bank in 1968. The communist rule in the Hungarian People's Republic came to an end in 1989. Hungary is now a unitary parliamentary constitutional republic. It joined NATO in 1999 and the EU 5 years later. In the earliest times, the Hungarian language was written in a runic-like script. The country switched to the Latin alphabet after being Christianized under the reign of Stephen I of Hungary. The Rubik's Cube, thermographic cameras, and the ballpoint pens were all Hungarian inventions. If you enjoyed those facts about Hungary, please leave a like and share this video with your friends. If you have a video suggestion, do let me know in the comment section below. If you want to be kept up to date with content as I release it, be sure to subscribe and feel free to watch previous videos.
Ma'am, it's done.
Hi, I'm Rick Steve.
Okay.
More of the best of Europe. This time, we're soaking in the cultural wonders of Hungary, in Budapest.
Where is it?
Who's sharing this?
Where? How do you put it off?
Ma'am, is it Hungary?
Yes.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Can I tell you the facts about Hungary?
Okay, let's first watch a very beautiful dance of Hungary. Then we will listen to all the facts. Okay.
Ma'am, what is the dance called, ma'am? Ma'am, what's the dance called?
Okay, someone asked what is this dance called? It's known as Kasardas.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So another
Ma'am, I
video.
have a doubt.
Ma'am, someone has put all the dots on the screen, ma'am.
Yeah. Wait. I'll do something.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Did.
Ma'am,
Anshika.
1873, when first Budapest's 7 bridges began stitching the two halves into one. This tale of two cities has been one of destruction and renewal too. Just as the Danube's waters have coursed through Budapest, so too have the great tides of European history, often gracefully, but sometimes with ferocious force. Budapest is a big city, and navigating its patchwork of districts can be as challenging as understanding its complex history. For a sweeping overview, head to the Citadella on the Buda side of the Danube, and take in the views from the 19th century ramparts on Gellert Hill. Just upriver from the Citadella is Budapest's oldest area, the Castle District, which is filled with medieval, Baroque, and 19th century buildings. wide 150-year-old funicular up Castle Hill to Buda Castle. First built in the 13th century, the castle has been home to Hungarian kings, a stronghold for Ottoman armies, and headquarters for an elite German commando unit. Over the last 700 years, the castle complex has been reduced to rubble by wars and rebuilt in peacetime many times over. At the northern end of Castle Hill rises the defiant spire of Matthias Church, which served as a mosque during the 150 years of Ottoman rule. Step from the church and onto the terraces of Fisherman's Bastion, whose 7 towers represent the 7 Magyar tribes who founded the Hungarian nation in the 9th century. In medieval times, fishwives peddled their wares here. Today, the fanciful terraces are yet another great place to catch views across the city. Once you've explored the heights of Castle Hill, stroll across another Budapest's iconic landmarks to the pest side of the city. Crossing the Danube wasn't always this easy. For centuries, travelers were at the mercy of the water's moods. In 1820, a young count vowed to create a bridge after winter ice flows prevented him from attending the funeral of his beloved father. 30 years on, the Széchenyi chain bridge was completed. Hailed at the time as one of the world's engineering wonders, the bridge was just one of many achievements which earned István Széchenyi the title of the greatest Hungarian. Once you've crossed the river, follow the riverbank upstream to Hungary's Parliament building. Lovingly constructed from 40 million bricks, 500,000 precious stones, and 88 pounds of gold, this architectural masterpiece holds the hopes and dreams of the nation. It's also the home of the Hungarian crown jewels, which have been hidden, lost, stolen, and returned many times over. Join a tour to see the crown of Hungary's first king, St. Stephen, which after being kept in America's Fort Knox for safekeeping throughout much of the Cold War, now takes pride of place beneath the Parliament's central dome. The Parliament building is home to around 100 statues, but none is more cherished than that of former Prime Minister Imre Nagy. In 1956, Nagy enraged the Soviets by announcing his country's withdrawal from the Warsaw Pact, sparking a gallant but doomed uprising which cost him and thousands of Hungarians their lives. Just a short walk downriver from the Parliament building is a sobering memorial to another of the city's darkest chapters. In 1944, thousands of Budapest citizens, many of them Jews, were executed here by the ruling fascist party. 60 pairs of iron shoes lined up along the riverbank pay tribute to those who were shot and swept into the night by the Danube's currents. Despite the horrors of World War II, today's Budapest has one of the largest Jewish populations in Europe. Lose yourself in the Jewish Quarter, an area undergoing renewal thanks to its colorful cafe and bar scene. Then pay your respects at the Dohányi Street Synagogue, the largest Jewish house of worship in Europe. Budapest is home to over 200 museums. The nation's most important, the Hungarian National Museum, lies just to the south of the Jewish Quarter. Here you can explore over 1,000 years of Hungarian history, from the days of the Magyars to the Stalinist era and beyond. But this is more than just a building dedicated to the past. This is a place where history was made. In 1848, the first calls for revolution rang out from these very steps, inspiring Hungarians to rise and throw off the shackles of their Austrian overlords. Like so many of this city's historic buildings, the story of St. Stephen's is filled with drama. The basilica took 54 years to complete. It would have been finished years earlier had a storm not caused the dome to collapse, forcing the builders to demolish the entire basilica and start from scratch. Thankfully, the new dome has held firm now for over a century, a reassuring thought as you take in the views from its top. From St. Stephen's, allow yourself to be swept up Andrássy Avenue, a World Heritage listed boulevard lined with exquisite neo-Renaissance architecture and grand cafes. Not far from St. Stephen's is another temple, this one celebrating the European gods of music. Even though the curtains first opened at the Hungarian State Opera House over 130 years ago, the acoustics here are still considered among the world's finest. Andrássy Avenue continues to flow to the northeast through Franz Liszt Square, dedicated to the city's most revered musical son, before finally opening out onto Heroes Square. Gaze up at Hungary's 7 founding Magyar chieftains and pause for a few moments at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Heroes Square is a gateway to City Park, which in 1896 was the centerpiece of Hungary's Millennium celebrations. As part of festivities, Vajda Hunyad Castle was created, a temporary attraction made from cardboard and wood, showcasing the evolution of Hungarian architecture. The castle proved so popular that it was later rebuilt in stone, and today houses an agriculture museum, a fascinating tribute to the Hungarian people's close connection with the land. City Park is also the home of the Széchenyi Thermal Baths, a vast water palace of pools, saunas, steam cabins, and massage rooms. Budapest lies across a network of over 125 thermal springs. The Romans took advantage of these warm medicinal waters over 2,000 years ago, as did the Turks, who later built lavish bathhouses on the Buda side of the city at Gellert. By the 1930s, Budapest was known throughout the world as a city of spas. For many in Budapest, taking the waters is a weekly ritual. These are the places locals go to rejuvenate their bodies, spirits, and connections with loved ones and friends. Whether it's the sparkling Danube or the thermal springs, there's something truly special in the water here that's helped Budapest absorb some of history's most turbulent passages and re-emerge renewed. So when you're ready to experience moments of reflection, inspiration, and sublime beauty, come to Budapest, one of the world's great cities. You're sure to come away rejuvenated too.
So this was an amazing presentation from Anshika. I've enjoyed this tour with Anshika and I would really appreciate this videos. I hope everyone have enjoyed this.
Yes, ma'am.
That's really great.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
for tomorrow, we are going to visit Iceland. And the task for tomorrow is you have to search about the bizarre facts of the country Iceland. And you need to search about the flag of the country and location of the country.
Ma'am, what is the country tomorrow?
It's Iceland.
And what is
Okay, ma'am. Thank
what
you.
is the homework?
Okay, I am speaking again. You have to search about bizarre facts of Iceland. And you need to search about the flag and the location of the country.
Okay.
Am I clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Repeat, ma'am.
Actually, I wanted to share some things about Hungary. Can I?
Yes, sure, please.
The capital of Hungary is. I'm not able to pronounce it. Can you tell me?
Okay, just give it a try. Try to pronounce it.
Ma'am, but a beast. Ma'am, this is Tanya. I'm gonna leave the meet. Bye, ma'am.
Okay.
Bye everyone. And the currency is.
Happy birthday, Tanvi. Bye.
Thank you, Kiana.
Bye, Tanvi.
Bye, Maitra.
Bye, Tanvi.
Bye,
Happy
Tanvi.
birthday,
Happy
Tanvi.
birthday.